Yo, it's your boy Cool Man today. Okay, I gotta make this very quick because Holy War X movie came out and stuff like that, and I'm finna go and bro, Holy War X movie was insane. But I'm just gonna tell y'all what I've gathered. I watched this like 3 times, and I'm just gonna go step by step, and I should have timestamps. So if you should make sure to like, subscribe of things you want to listen to and things that I've covered from looking at this video. So if I ramble, I'm gonna ramble and go through because I got notes here. Okay, so weapons. So weapons like swords and hammers have more weight to them. So like when you do attacks and stuff like that, you actually can feel and see how much damage they're actually doing to a person. All weapons have been revamped, like the VFX, the way they look. They don't look basic like blocks fruits. They added combo extenders for like when you throw somebody in the air and you like gippo to a person. That's the people of Real Seas, they copied that from the people of Holy War X. I'm sorry if I sound so quiet. I'm finna leave in a few hours. There are also factions. I'm putting this in the weapons area, but there's truth. The game is true stun. So like you can block moves. There's moves that you can be blocked and moves that can be parried, and so it could be a balance to it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not so far he don't like weapons that's been like very unbalanced, because he said in tester a lot of people have been looking at like weapons that's been like very cheesy, so they have changed it so it don't be unbalanced for everybody. There's fighting styles, like for example boxing, brawler, karate, Meliodas combat style, Ashin combat, and I'm pretty sure this all have a skill tree. And there's races, transformations, like goddess, demons, and goddess and demons are the 2 rarest race in the game. Like goddess is speed, demon is assault, giant is tank, and fairy, he didn't say nothing. He just said it looked weird, like, and he just put like a creepy sound on it for some reason. And he also said there's like other races like noble demons will evolve. So it will have like Meliodas assault mode, a demon king mode, and there's other modes for other races, but he said that's like later date on like when after the release of the game and stuff like that for all the races. So there don't be no unbalance on things, but goddess and demons still gonna be stronger and stuff like that. Mobs and bosses. Okay, so mobs and bosses actually fight. I'm not gonna there's part of the movie where he'll fight a mob and they would actually fighting like a real player. Like there's no blocks fruits where they just throw stuff at you for some reason and they don't do nothing. They actually do stuff. And bosses, I like how they actually tested the bosses. Like they actually control the bosses to see what's wrong with it. Like for example, he showed I guess like an old variant of a boss, and he was just dodging and the boss wasn't attacking him. So what he did, I guess as a test, he changed up like the moves of the boss so the boss could actually fight you and stuff like that. Because like what's the point of having a boss if you just run away from it and stuff like that? Makes no sense. That make it boring and there's no skill to it. So, oh yeah, sorry, I'm rushing towards this. That's also, for what I seen, for what he been talking about, like at least 85 mobs. Okay, anyway, the clothing. So different NPCs on the map have like different clothes. Like for a desert, you have like desert clothes. A jungle, you have like jungle clothes and stuff like that, so on and so on. There's also female and male. So for what he saw, he was a male wearing female. So I don't know if you could do that. That's some crazy stuff. A man with nipples, that made no sense. And he said on the release there should be 117 armors that you can get. There's a you could get them as well. Like you should get it. There's not including boss clothes. So we don't know how much. It's probably more than 120, should I say. And buildings. Okay, so buildings, there's buildings are big. Like he showed like a couple, like 3 or 4 buildings that you can walk in. It's detailed. One of them looked like the Briartier from One Piece, and so like you could fight in it and stuff like that. So I said, one of my friends, I was like, bro, they should add like where if you have like a bounty, NPC will come get you and stuff like that to like beat you in that building or whatever like that. But let's move on. Big bosses will also have, no, I said big bosses. There's 4 guild islands. Like for example, the Holy Knights will have a guild uh, island, and there's also like other buildings that will have like huge interiors for mini bosses and quests, and also combat, because like they changed the combat so much and movement. All buildings in the game is going to be detailed, so you can walk in and talk to NPCs like blacksmiths, so there just don't be no buildings that just be there just to be there. And there should be at least 21 islands on release. That's what he said. That's not what I said. I'm being serious. That's what he said. And for destruction of buildings, so he said all demons and angel and goddess and giant modes can break them. So I probably misheard that. I think he said either trees or buildings. Either of those islands should have places where you can mine, so you can get your weapon progression for blacksmiths and bosses, and it should have caverns. But all islands should be suited for movement and combat, which is insane. I like that. I'm telling you right now, for me, it's like this game looks amazing. Like I could skip towards where he showed some of the buildings, and like because he's on a mountain and stuff like that. I'm rambling right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this video out. I'm gonna have the timestamps, but this looks amazing. Like look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. But anyways, there also can be forts that you could have, so you could capture them for your guild and claim the fort in game to get custom guild progression, like for perks. For your guild to increase your size and get uniform for your guild and choose the color for your guild. Like for example, like if you create a guild and like your friends in the guild, y'all also have that guild uniform, and the leader would be able to change the color of that guild to be like for example, me, your friend will have the same like guild clothes. If my leader changed the color of a guild, I'll have that different color that he changed to, so we can represent our guild and stuff like that. But he said he gonna explain more progression of the guild stuff and like guild wars in like probably the second movie, maybe. Okay, so for the progression, why do I have that right there? For the progression, the game is linear and non-linear, so you could progress in any way you want in the game by either like for example blacksmith or lock picking. He said flying. I don't know how the heck that's gonna happen. Weapons make sense. I guess that for like styles and stuff like that. And he said there's also a mainline custom storyline that will help you go to level 1 to level 5. So he said to like 5 to 10 it should be like in-game stuff, like for like he said for example ships could like have like in-game stuff. So that really put me on the ship thing. So for ships, like ships are big enough to fight for NPCs and players, so you get able to fight. Like for example, it shows right here that some of the NPC ships are big, so you can have like group fights. They're probably gonna be like for an event, so how big that ship is, because like what NPC is gonna be that big for that ship? Like if you show in this movie, which is insane. He said NPC ships will have chests that you can steal and put on your boat like Sea of Thieves. NPCs will be big. Ships will be bigger than our ships, just for more fighting mobs or for more players. And in the game ships, fights will be easier for us to fight them, because you assume you'll get like good gear in the in-game and stuff like that, which makes sense. And for the ship thing, he said when you to approach a ship, you can either do 2 things: either destroy the ship, or like destroy the ship and get half of the rewards, or you could like get the health low so the ship will stop and you could board it and you could fight the mobs on the boat, then get all their loot. So like for example, like if it's somebody that's hard that you don't want to fight and you're like, dang, I don't want to fight them, like man, hand in hand I might get my boat up, just might as well just destroy their ship. Me, I'm not doing that. I'm fighting people. I'm not doing all that. Who doing that? And I'm almost done, y'all. I'm sorry for the gap. And for fishing is being more to be like fish, so like it could be more calm, laid back. So you do cool stuff. Oh yeah, you see all these executions? Every weapon has an execution. I forgot to put that in the weapon tag, by the way. But fishing should be like way more easier. The longer you fish, your character will start sitting down, and it should be like a calm music playing in the back. And he said for movie 2, so I probably missed some things, but he said for what's gonna happen in movie 2. He said he's gonna show boss weapons, more details on islands and progression, ship farming, which is like, you know, fighting combat on the ship and boarding and fighting and stuff like that, and sea bosses, which is kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. Why there's an ad playing, I have no idea, but I'm gonna keep it in. He's a ship, sea bosses and stuff like that. So yeah, that looks insane. But anyways, that's it. That's all I got in the video. I'm sorry if I'm rushing and stuff like that. If you have listened to this, please like and subscribe. Stay cool. I'm trying to get these videos out because I'm not going to be here for a couple days, and I should have another video after this. Y'all stay cool there, and if y'all want to join my Discord, it's in the description. Please, because I'm gonna make a guild and we gonna go crazy. Peace out.
And on the count of 3, everybody run back to your